Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's had a great Thursday so far. We're back with the pre-game content, people. It's Wolves on Saturday at Elland Road. Jesse Marsch had his first press conference of the season earlier on today, and based on everything that he said, I'm going to do my first predicted 11. I do apologise as well. I did say that this was going to be a season predictions video, but then I remembered, I think because of all the content that's been happening over the last few weeks, I did forget that I'd done a predictions upload with some other YouTube creators in the Leeds United online sphere. So if you haven't already, then go check that out. It was uploaded a few weeks back. The likes of Oscar from All Leeds TV, there was Michael from Leeds United Ultras, all the lads over at the Auto Better podcast, and Ollie Ward as well. So yeah, go check that out if you haven't already. But as I said, we're back with predicted 11. So just before I get into it, smash that like button. Please subscribe. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, as always. And we'll get into it. So then, first game, Wolves. So based on Jesse Marsch's press conference, he has said that the likes of Sinistera, Forshaw, Firpo are still a few weeks away. I think Aylin's going to start training next week as well, which is a good sign for the right back depth. Because obviously Christensen will be starting unless there's an injury there. He did mention that Stuart Dallas is now off of crutches, but obviously is a long way off. I think we'll see Dallas maybe at the beginning of next year, maybe January, February time, I think. So yeah, we'll get into it. The starting 11 that I think will start. This is not what I want. This is what I think will start. So in goal, Elland Road, of course. But breaking news within the last few hours as well, it looks like Leeds United are signing an experienced keeper next week by the name of Joel Robles, former Everton, Wigan and Betis goalkeeper. As I said, 32 years old, he's played at a decent level, really good pedigree, and it's a real good bit of experience. I'd have preferred Ben Foster, but, you know, at least it's an experienced keeper, so that's one ticked off. I didn't think that we would be getting a keeper prior to getting a left back or striker, but here we go. Hopefully, once he comes through, then we'll start to see a few more additions as well. But obviously, for this one, it will be Illan Meslier. I think a big season for Illan, a player who was very low on confidence last season. I think that was due to a lot of factors. Probably, you know, there was no consistent back four in front of him. I think the nerves of the relegation fight maybe got to him in certain games as well, which is understandable. These players are human, but I think having an experienced keeper in and amongst this squad will do wonders for him, and hopefully he can have a much better season. Moving on to the back four then. I think the back four will be Rasmus Christensen at right back, Koch at right centre back, Llorente, and then Pascal Struijk at left back, based on the comments that Marsch said today. Obviously, it was the same back four that started the game against Calgary in pre-season on Sunday. I think Christensen is going to be a top signing for us. Koch, I think, is a starting centre-back anyway. Llorente is the lesser of two evils in terms of him and Cooper. I think they're both similar, to be fair. I would like Pascal on left centre-back, but due to the fact that we've not acquired a left-back yet, and Firpo's out injured, Pascal will occupy the left back role, which I think he can do. I just think it's not sustainable over a longer period. Moving on to the double pivot then, we all know who that's going to be. Tyler Adams and Mark Rocker, who I wanted more Kamara instead of Tyler Adams, but from what I've seen of Tyler Adams during pre-season, it looks like he's going to be a real good quality signing for Leeds United. I think him and Mark Rocker really do complement each other very nicely, in terms of Adams being that tackler, that aggressive midfielder who likes to transition. You know, he likes to pick up the ball, either give it to Rocker, drive forward to lay it on to an Aronson or something. I think Mark Rocker's got an unbelievable range of passing, always wanting the ball, kind of acts like a quarterback really, and how he drops deep to get the ball and hopefully start attacks. So yeah, I do think those two will be good together. I just hope that they can play consistently together for a long period of time. Moving on to the three, I think it will be a 4-2-3-1. I'll be honest, guys, just a little disclaimer. I think it's going to be the same lineup that started against Calgary. I think Brendan Aronson will occupy the right hand side with Rodrigo centrally, Harrison out on the left with Patrick Bamford up front. And to be honest, I'll be happy with that team. Brendan Aronson, that ball in for Bamford against Calgary was beautiful. I think he's going to be probably our better signing this summer. Everything that I'm seeing for a smaller guy, he's got an amazing upper body strength as well, which is quite clear to see. Hopefully, Rodrigo can finally find some form and stop being frustrating in the final third. Yes, he scored a hat trick against Calgary, but let's be honest, there were periods in that game where I was pulling my hair out at him. Not passing when he should pass, not shooting when he should be shooting. So he's got a lot to prove, I think, Rodrigo. He isn't the finished article. Hopefully he can improve. Jack Harrison's had a good preseason as well, even though there's been speculation about his future. I think the new squad number indicates that hopefully he'll be sticking around. I hope that we're in talks with him over a new contract. I think it'd be great to tie him down for even longer. And then there's Patrick Bamford as well, who did score 2 goals against Calgary, which I wouldn't say back to his best, but looked like he was getting there anyway, playing off at shoulder. You know, his pace looked like it were there again. I'm not saying he's the quickest player, but he looked comfortable on the ball and off of the ball, which, let's be honest, for a large portion of last season, he didn't, did he? He was riddled with injuries, bless him, and I think that massively impacted our season. I think if he'd have been fit and if he'd have been scoring a similar amount of goals as the previous season, I don't think Leeds would have been anywhere near a relegation fight. Which I think if we can stay fit this season, I think we'll have a much better season. So then, that is my predicted 11 for the first game of the season against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I will be back tomorrow night at the same time of 7:30 with my preview for the game in more detail. So make sure that you tune in for that. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, as always. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.